Themba.
Sammy!
That sounds better. They once took us to the polony factory, and I'm like, why are you trying? And then a bee stung me on my forehead.
The most disrespectful place to sting a person. Yeah.
I want to call in dead for work.
Hi there, yes, I'm unable to come into work today. Old school saps, and they target people. They'll find you wherever you are.
They inbox message your high school friends. Like, it's insane. I don't know how they found me.
That was my early 20s, and it was such a dark time. And I was like,
stupid.
What is happening?
You need debt to make debt.
Yeah.
And by the way, that's how all my problems started.
Yeah. I just want to sit and look out of a window for an hour sometimes.
And think of it.
Go, ha! That's a funny idea. I'm going to write that down and then just carry on staring.
I'm going the opposite direction. Not because I don't care about the environment. Yeah, Greta Thunberg is going to come and tackle me to the ground. I'm just imagining the videos of Sammy in the club.
I've also caught myself closing Instagram and then suddenly opening it. Like, I've literally closed and opened the app, going like, okay, this is enough now. Let me close this. Oh, Instagram. It's constant dopamine hits. You're not supposed to laugh, feel tragedy, and learn something in 4 minutes. Like,
it's
that's too fast.
And you're not supposed to know every bad thing that happens every second of every day. You mustn't eat butter, you must eat margarine. Oh, did you know margarine is like 2 ingredients away from plaster?
Yeah.
Sometimes I just want to do this.
Yeah. People are worried about the effects of AI and modern technology on children. Is the future okay?
And at the end of the day, Peter is also going to be cock in some regards. You kind of just have to pick who's going to have your best interest at heart most of the time. Themba.
Sammy!
Welcome to Sammy Hall Studios.
Thank you kindly. It is lovely to be here.
Thank you for being here. Listen, you make me laugh every single day.
Sure, that makes me feel warm inside. Thank you. But I think it's reciprocal. You make me laugh. And sometimes you make me think also. I said, yeah.
I think most comedians or people who do comedy is actually really serious people in here.
Yeah.
In here, I'm always thinking how terrible everything is. And then, I'm just laughing. But you did a video recently about the names that people are going to give their children.
Yes.
And I was laughing so much because what was it, Steinmarks. I'm like, why do they have Steinmarks? That would be an unfortunate name to give your children.
Yeah, it's a bad combination. Don't use Stein and Marks, because that's
either or.
Yeah.
So I saw you grew up in PE.
Yeah.
That is.
Well, when it was still PE.
I can't say that.
Yeah.
I've tried, but I avoid it because I don't want to get cancelled.
Yeah.
Because people get upset if you can't pronounce stuff properly. But it's like, I'm trying. But I wish I could learn to do that.
Yeah. We'll work on it.
We'll do a lesson.
But yeah, so but when I grew up, it was still PE. Yeah, it was still Port Elizabeth.
Some of my best memories is from Port Elizabeth. My mom used to live there.
Yeah.
She lived in Sedgefield, I think.
Well, Sedgefield's a lot further down the stretch.
Yeah. She worked at Boardwalk.
Oh, okay.
So I would visit her school holidays.
Yeah.
And then at the Boardwalk, in school holidays, there was like markets.
Yeah.
And I remember there was like a Tropica, like, what do you call it? Like the kids played on it, like a gladiator course that all the children did.
Like a soft
Tropica put it up, and it was just great.
Look, you're very lucky. I mean, we lived minutes away from the Boardwalk, and even for us, it was like, you go to the Boardwalk, wow, you're lucky. You're lucky. And to have a connection at the Boardwalk, I think is always a lacquer one.
Yeah, well, she worked at Wimpy, so that was great.
It's 1 foot in the door. 1 foot in the door, and you get the Tropica play place.
And then if I had like some money, I would buy the stupidest stuff.
Yeah.
Hangertjies with shells. Do I ever wear hangertjie with shells in public? No, I don't. But it's a memory.
But isn't that the cool part of being a child?
It is.
You don't have to worry where the money goes.
No.
You can spend it on elastic bands if you want, or Scooby wire. Did you ever get the wire from the Telkom boxes? And Telkom, when they used to fix the boxes, there'd be leftover wire, and it was all different colors. And then we'd like make bracelets.
I I skipped that part, but it's mostly because for most of my life, we lived on the farm.
Okay.
And there was no signal. And the phone lines would get stolen, so Telkom wouldn't give us phones anymore.
Yeah.
So
after the third time they fixed it, they're like, no.
They were like, no more phones
for
for
all
you.
we know, you guys are stealing your own cables.
So we didn't have phones.
That's quite wild. I mean, we lived in some quiet places, quiet little dorpies, like Maltino. I don't know if you've heard of Maltino.
No.
It's right next to Dordrecht. So, whenever I say that, people are like, yeah, we still don't know where you're going.
No.
But it's basically quite close to where the Omar Rusk factory is.
Oh, lekker.
Yeah, so when we were kids, the school outing, every school outing for like the first 3 years was to the Omar Rusk factory. They'd show us like the one side and the other side. Then you got to see the Kiro shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds better. They once took us to the Polony factory, and I'm like, why are you trying to turn everybody vegan?
Yeah.
Because my hatred for meat started there.
Oh,
I'm
really?
not a vegan or something. I just don't really like meat a lot, and I think it started there.
It started, yeah. Ugh. Well, they say, don't ever find out how the Polony is made.
No. No wonder it tried to kill us. Do you remember that?
But tell us, those of us who haven't been there, is it?
I blocked it out.
Is it?
It's gross.
Okay.
I remember it's gross. It smelled weird.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
I imagine it smelling like hot feet.
Yeah.
Like hot trotters.
I blocked it out. And the next year they wanted to take us again. Yeah. So me and my friend walked to the bus, and then at the bus where everyone got into the bus, we hid behind a tree. And then we just waited in the street until the bus came back, and then we got off the bus. So we skipped the second Polony factory.
The Polony factory was less exciting than standing behind a tree for pretty much half a day.
No, the standing behind a tree was less, it gave me less nightmares.
And did you bunk school often?
Not really, but every time I tried, it went horribly.
Why?
I actually speak about one of them. Now it feels like I'm on your podcast. I'm talking a lot. But this is a funny story that I talk about in my book also. I was in Wonderboom High School.
Yeah.
So it's against the mountain.
Okay.
Although people will tell you it's not a mountain. Pretoria doesn't have mountains. Give us something.
Yeah.
Like, let us have it. Anyway, it's against the mountain. And the one day we decided we are going to mass bunk school.
Yeah.
And we climbed over the fence to the mountain. And we started climbing the mountain. And we were going to my friend's house. She was just living against the mountain a bit further down. So we had a plan and everything.
Yeah.
And then a bee stung me on my forehead.
The most disrespectful place to sting a person.
Yeah, that very, very rude.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, well, that's going to be the end of it. But then I bent forward to tie my shoelaces, and the heaviness of my backpack pulled me over, and I started rolling down the mountain. And I thought, you know what, that's what happens.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to be breaking rules.
Yeah. It's one of those karma things.
Did you bunk school sometimes?
Yeah, so I'm much the same in that I was never good at being bad. I'm very clumsy at being bad, like being a naughty kid kind of thing. So there was, we went to school, like the property was really big, but there was the college and the prep, and like obviously the prep kids weren't allowed up by the college and vice versa. It was out of bounds. And so a bunch of kids that were in my class, a couple of the boys, every break time they would disappear. And like I kind of noticed, I'm like, where are these four going all the time? So one day I followed them, and it turns out that they had kind of gone out of bounds or like off bounds, whatever. And there was a little abandoned house, and they were busy turning that into a bit of a man cave kind of thing, a clubhouse, yeah. So I was
camaraderie.
Yeah, I was like, I'm going to be part of this, and so like snuck down behind them the next day to confront them and be like, I'm in the team now. But because I had left like much later into break, and I think the teachers realized I wasn't hanging around because they was like, I've got to watch that kid. They followed me, and then they found me, and they found all the other kids. I just ruined it for everyone.
So everyone was like, really?
Yeah, they're like,
really?
Dude, you could have just asked us at school and not being like sneaky. So that's probably the first and last time I like bunked or went away from school.
We're not good at breaking the rules.
No.
We tried. It didn't work out.
It's not my strong point. So yeah, now I'm just bad at trying to follow the rules.
Yeah.
Which is safer.
Yeah. So at what age did you come to Joburg side?
I think I was 25, 26. I was old. I've been in Joburg what feels like forever, but I think it's probably like 9 years now.
Do you miss it?
Miss like the coast.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a double-edged thing because I miss that time of my life, that early 20s. Life is exciting.
Your back never hurts.
you get off the couch without making a sound. You just get up. You just. It's not that. Everything's forgiven because everyone's you're just exploring.
Yeah.
You're fine. Whereas now you kind of get to this point in your life and people go, oh, you haven't got this in place yet. You haven't got that in place yet, and you have to make decisions. And if it's a wrong decision, nobody forgives you now because it's like you should have known.
Consequences to your actions.
Yeah, exactly. I hate that.
It's so stupid. These days you get consequences for eating too much sugar, and then your head hurts. Then you're like, okay, well.
Consequences for everything.
Imagine if you took one weekend and did the same things you did in your early 20s. I would be deceased.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. I'd wake up dead on Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to call in dead for work.
Hi there. Yes, I'm unable to come into work today. But yeah, it was a great place to grow up. Also, though, the coast is incredible. It's got that small town feel, but like big enough to feel like you're in like a bit of a city. But I think nowadays the opportunities are a lot less. I always wanted to move back there at some point, like have kids, move back there, let them grow up the way we grew up, but it's not the same.
Yeah, I think you need to be really like in a place where you don't worry about any finances, everything's fine. You kind of, that's where you go to retire, kind of. There's a place called Boknes. Do you know Boknes?
Yeah, I've heard of Boknes. Don't know where it is. I can point it out on a map, but
it is between East London and PE, like in the middle. It's close to Port Alfred.
Oh, okay, then it's.
And our collective family dream is to retire there. We are not close. I'm not close to retirement age, unfortunately.
I'm gonna have to work till I'm 70 at least.
Like, I still have time. Too much time before retirement, but it's the quietest, most beautiful place. We went there one year, New Year's, on New Year's Day. We were the only people on the beach.
Oh wow!
Can you imagine that? Oh, now I'm telling people about it. Oh, next year it's gonna be.
Your secret's out. Everyone's heading to Boknes this December. But that Port Alfred side of the world is really nice.
Very nice. December. But I think, like, you kind of think it's going to be great, but how bored would you be, like, in a couple of weeks? There's nothing to do.
Yeah.
I think maybe for vacation. Maybe to go and just rewind a bit and just rest a bit. But I think if you permanently live there, it might get like you wouldn't know what to do with yourself. There's only so much content you can make while on vacation. Yeah. While at if you're living this idyllic life and you go to the beach, you can just show that a couple of times before people will get bored.
And everyone will get upset about it because they don't have the beach or all that idyllic lifestyle.
You know, it's so funny for content creators. I don't know if you know Michaela on TikTok. Very large creator. She does makeup or stuff.
Okay.
She has like millions of followers.
Yeah.
But the other day there was some sort of controversy because she bought a bunch of designer handbags.
Yes.
And people were like, remember when she used to be relatable? And I'm like, she's not relatable anymore because she's like a gazillionaire.
Yeah.
But it kind of feels like you don't want the creators who you follow to be successful because then you're like,
So this is an interesting thing though, because there's an evolution in creators. And that you start off, you've got time on your hands, so you make what you can, and then maybe some brands come and give you a little bit of money, and now all of a sudden you can buy the nice things. But I do feel like it's a double-edged sword where if whatever your audience enjoys from you, I mean, like for me, I can't now start making like rich comedy. I don't know. Like I was gonna make a rant the other day about our swimming pool, because the swimming pool like just keeps turning green. But I'm like, not everybody has a swimming pool.
Yeah, and then you feel. But the mere reason that you think of that sort of thing, I think that's the difference. A lot of people don't think about it, but I think if you're someone who like built yourself up to a point, or you start to create, and you know, with time you start to accomplish things or whatever, I think that's different. But if a creator makes it big, they come from nothing, they make it big, and they continue to make relatable content, I feel like that would be disingenuous. If she made a video saying, oh, Mondays, am I right? It would look so disingenuous. So I think the difference also comes in when you do it. Like if you start creating in your later 20s, early 30s, you went through all of the challenges in your early 20s, I think that's different. But if you make it big when you're 16, you never learn. I
always feel like you don't have hardships, and for me that's not relatable. No. I think like we briefly, or your video the other day, just talking about like car rentals and car repossessions and that sort of thing, and I never know who to talk to about stuff like that, because I'm like, that was my early 20s, and it was such a dark time. And I was like,
you know, it's funny. I just want to, like, a lot of people who are born rich, they still do have their issues or whatever, and something that would be relatable to other rich kids. So I don't think they have no issues or struggles. But there's a particular, I think, for comedy creators. It comes from trauma.
No, it's 100%. It's 100%.
Every time now when something bad happens, I'm like, this is going to make me so funny.
This is going to be hilarious, how?
In a couple of years, this is going to turn into such comedy gold. But when I made that post about the car repossession, and you commented, you were like, me too. I was like, yes, someone struggled with me. And then I thought, that's a weird thing to celebrate.
Trauma bonding, let's do it.
Trauma bonding. But it's that to me, and there's been a couple of, bad things. Stuff that might be objectively worse than that. But my car getting repossessed, I'm never getting over that feeling. And I worked at a restaurant at the time. And I would hide my car. Because then they started showing up at my job and be like, we need to take your car. And I'm like, what car?
I walked to it.
Sorry, I took an Uber, but I needed to hide my car in the parking lot. And eventually I realized I'm never going to catch up, and I had to kind of hand it over.
But those guys are like professional. Like, people think it's like SAP's level of incompetency or something. No, those guys are they're like old school SAPs, and they target people. They'll find you wherever you are.
They inbox message your high school friends. Like, it's insane. I don't know how they found me. Luckily, it didn't matter at the end, but we lived on the farm. No one could find it. You can't order anything there. There's no real address. So they couldn't find me.
They just know more or less.
They know more or less where it is on the map. But they could find me at work. So then, do you know how embarrassing when they show up at your work?
It's the embarrassment of that, but then also people go, oh, you don't... Because not having your car is... You only don't have a car because you've upgraded. Like, oh, where's your old car? It's gone. And you've got to spin some story about... Actually... I'm trying to do things for health reasons, and I thought, everyone in Europe rides a bike, so I'm going to start riding a bike also, because they've got minimal health problems. You've got to play it off like it was a conscious decision. Back at the ranch, you're like, and then they sell it for peanuts, and then you're still paying the difference. So here you are walking to work for $5,000 that you're paying every month. You're like, what? It's tragic.
So when you went through that horrific, traumatic experience, where were you in life at that point? Have you started... I don't know where in your life you've started social media. Was it closer to lockdown, like the similar time that I started? Yeah,
pretty much a lockdown story. Before that, I was like a handyman, probably one of the world's worst handymen. I did quiz nights for a long time,
Great.
which was a lot of fun. And the quiz nights, interesting enough, was even though at the time I was quite frustrated because I was standing in a pub asking people questions, and I was like, "What is happening with my life?" My friends are doing all these incredible things, and here I was. But that was giving me sort of the skills to be able to handle a room and become an MC and that sort of thing. So when those opportunities came along, then I was like, oh wait, I actually know how to do this a little bit. Like I've practiced, and like nothing better than to practice with like rowdy drunk people. Then I'm like, I can handle corporate.
Yeah.
This is good. But yeah, I think when that whole car repossession thing happened, we just moved from Gqeberha, and I was done with it. I was like, I hate this place. It's not giving me anything. Felt like I was on a bit of a hamster wheel. I'll move to Joburg, things will be great. But I moved to Joburg with like no qualification or anything. So I was like, cool, I'm back at the bottom of the totem pole. So because I wasn't earning any money, and a friend of mine actually went to Cape Town, or ex-friend, he got a job in Cape Town. He was like, I need a car. So I was like, well, you can borrow mine, make the payments, and then, I'll try and chat to the bank when I get it back, and we'll go through a whole process. Turns out he didn't make a single payment.
Oh, my word.
I was already kind of a bit tight on the whole car payment thing, and then he didn't make any payments. So after they phoned, they're like, yeah, we're not getting any payments. And so I phoned him, and he was like, oh man, I actually didn't get that first job, but I've got another job, so I just need 3 months, and then whatever. And then that just snowballed into a crazy thing. So I didn't have any job.
So it wasn't even, that makes it even worse. Like, it's not even your, like, choices or whatever.
No,
for me, it was like I couldn't pay my car.
No, well, I couldn't.
But now it's like someone else takes the car and then doesn't even let you know. Or
yeah. So I mean, what I should have done is just returned it and said, "Hey guys, I don't actually have a job anymore. Here we go." But instead, I thought, okay, cool. If he pays it for 3 months, maybe I'll get something going. And I thought I could work a little strategy, and it didn't work out. And I was living at my wife now, but it was my girlfriend's house at the time, my girlfriend's uncle's house at the time. So here I am living on the couch, no job. I've got debt collectors chasing me. And I'm like, this family must think she's got herself a real keeper. Eh? This nonsense here.
But it does sound like, it sounds sometimes like you're bullshitting people when you say like you won't like trade it. But I think all of that, like experiences, it makes us who we are, not just with comedy, like you have jokes to tell or whatever, but it gives you a sense of, okay, things will go wrong, but I'll be able to handle it. I've been through stuff. I'll just keep going.
I always think of it like a risk factor. Like now you could take everything away from me, and because I've been that like low I've been in that low space and like sort of clawed my way out of it. I'll do that again now. I know that game plan, which I feel sorry for like a couple of people that I know who have just had kind of quite cushy lives. If something really bad happened, I don't know if they would know how to. It's not even like the courage or whatever. It's just, I don't know if lots of people would be able to, because it's a really tough thing. I'm sure you know just as well as anyone, is having to wake up every morning and go, right, everything is very shit today, but
what a beautiful shitty day.
But I'm going to go out there and try my best. And
because at the end of the day, if you're in that position, you don't have a choice. Like, what are you going to do?
No, lay in bed. No, they're coming to repossess your bed at 2. You need to.
We have to hide the bed. No, but and you learn from it. I mean, you said you avoid debt now.
Yeah.
And that is like, that's the smartest thing. That's the best advice I could give anybody.
No, well, do you see now my other problem? Is because I decided, I'm like, no, I don't do debt. I'm not getting any credit, whatever, any credit cards, whatever. And so I spent my whole life like saving up. And so like I'm a meticulous saver. I've got my little pockets where I put little holiday money, car money.
Under the mattress.
Under mattress banking. So I do all of that. And then, like now I want to buy a house. And the guy's like, oh, you've got no credit record. You haven't borrowed money from anyone. So I went to like these credit guys, because everything I applied for, everyone was like, nah, sorry mate, sorry. So then like these credit guys were like, oh, get a Markham's account. And no, nothing against Markham's, I just don't shop at Markham's. So I was like, I didn't want Malcolm's account, but okay, fine. I applied for Malcolm's account. They're like, sorry, sir. Then I phoned these people back because I was like, guys, you told me to get a Malcolm's account and they won't give me an account. And they said, no, sorry, sir, you have to get a PEP account. So I'm like, I don't want a PEP. Like, if I didn't want a Malcolm's account, I don't want a PEP account. And so I tried to get a PEP account, and the guys at PEP were like, also, you don't meet the minimum requirements. And I was just like,
isn't it stupid?
What is happening?
You need debt to make debt.
Yeah.
And by the way, that's how all my problems started.
Yeah.
Is now, before you can get the loan for a car, you need credit. Get an Edgar's account.
Yeah.
That's where it started. That's how they get you. Yeah. I'm like, I don't even want to buy a house.
Yeah.
I don't see a house anymore as the investment that it was for our parents.
Yeah, yeah.
I would rather rent, and then I think it's different because I don't have kids or attachments or stuff. So if I decide I want to move to Cape Town next month, I can do that. I don't have a place. And everything breaks and
the plug goes pressure, and you got to get a plumber and all those services. I'm telling anybody who's watching, get into skilled labor.
Yes.
Go be a plumber, go be a carpenter.
That's going to be the last thing that AI takes over.
And those guys can really charge you whatever they want. They're like, listen, it's 2.5 to fix this little thing. And if you don't fix it the next hour, there's going to be poo all over your lounge. And you don't want that. So you'll make a plan. You'll make a plan for it.
I mean, in a couple of, not even years, months probably. But there's going to be AI podcasters, AI comedians. They just casted the first AI actress.
Really?
Yeah.
But what do you think that says about the genuine, personable relationship? Like the fact that you and I exist, I feel like means something to a lot of people.
It would. I think it does. But the thing is, it's the same with if you want to buy something that's made in South Africa.
Yeah.
You want to. But you end up buying from Temu or whatever simply because you can't afford local because it's more expensive. So a lot of people are forced to, you want to support local bookstores, but it's half the price if you order from a Takealot or Amazon. So at some point it's going to become so much cheaper for people to make movies using just AI. You're not going to have any people suing you. You're not going to have sexual harassment from female cast members because AI won't be like, no, that's inappropriate.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. I'm not very hopeful.
So I'm embracing the whole AI thing. I think it's very cool if you use it like a tool. But I think that they'll get to a point where people aren't imaginative anymore. There's a big part of imagination. The fact that you can walk into your studio every morning and go, oh, I've got this great idea, or whatever. AI can churn out ideas faster than a human can, but that means everybody now suddenly has ideas. But because it's learning from everybody's ideas, everybody's going to get the same stuff.
Yeah, and that's the problem is everything that it creates, it's stole from other people.
Yeah.
So, filthy thief. And I feel like it's bad for creativity because if you start leaning on it too much, then suddenly you're like, oh, how did I used to?
Yeah.
And they did a study recently, like, I can't remember the percentage of American 4th graders that can't read.
Yeah.
AI does their homework.
Yeah.
Even here it's not that much, but I've seen people on Facebook advertise they write speeches for kids. And I'm like, what's the point?
But there's the fundamentals of like even being creative, of learning and everything where you almost have to do those basics to teach yourself. Once you've got those basics down, then go and have fun. I think it's the same with everything. Like if I look at K53 for an example. K53, you learn all these things and then you throw it out the window and you go and drive. But somehow there's fundamentals of driving that are at least instilled and downloaded into your brain. And I think you could argue that K53 is null and void, but I still think just going through that process, it does serve a purpose and it does lay a foundation. It is important. And if you omit it, then all of a sudden it just becomes a free-for-all. And I think that's for kids using AI and for new professionals using AI. Come on, guys. You need to get your pen, like you used to get pen license, you need to get your AI license. Once we can see that you can...
I mean, I think it's incredible, the things that, I think it's really incredible, but it's dangerous. And the other, there's like an account that does comedy, like comedy skits.
Yeah.
And it's all AI. And then my dad would sit, and then I'm like, that is AI. He's like, yes, but it's funnier than you. And I'm like, can we stop supporting it?
Yeah.
Can't you see it's AI? You can't see it's AI.
It's like the little children from Africa who've built like a lion out of garlic or like bananas or something. You're going, guys, please don't believe this. Please don't click on this
People might have, because I could see it's AI immediately. He thought it's real people. He's like, this is hilarious.
But it is the older generations or the more mature generations keep getting caught by stuff like that. My wife's opa used to live with us, Frikkie, and then Frikkie would wake up in the morning, have his coffee, and then he'd say to me, oh, did you hear about this 100 classic cars that were abandoned in a warehouse somewhere? And I'm like, no.
Hi, I'm interrupting myself because we have a word from today's sponsor. A massive shout out to today's sponsor, Repairing Computer Systems. Established in 2007 in Polokwane, Limpopo, Repairing Computer Systems is a premier IT service provider specializing in point of sale and retail hardware solutions, as well as comprehensive IT support. They pride themselves in their exceptional client service and swift turnaround times. They serve in a diverse range of industries, including retail, wholesale, legal, and medical sectors. For more information, visit their website www.repairingcomputersystems.co.za. And also a massive thanks to Simply Biz for making this sponsored podcast slot a possibility. Thank you guys for everything that you do for small businesses in South Africa. I love you guys a lot. Now, back to podcast Sammy. You may go. Speaking of Frikkie, that is my favorite name. My favorite man name, and I use it for everything. Like every man in my comedy show is Frikkie. Whenever I speak to someone and I don't know their names, I'm like Frikkie.
Yeah.
So.
But I feel like in the 90s, or not in the 90s, it just always is. It's Frikkie, and because it's like all those shortcuts are default. If you don't know somebody's name, it's old Frikkie, or if you.
Frikkelino.
Yeah, I'm going to Pofadder, you know.
Yeah.
And Pofadder is actually a place that people don't know that. Someone might be taking you seriously next time you say, I'm off to Pofadder. I'm off to Pofadder
to meet with Frikkie. One of my friends calls everybody Patricia. Everyone is Patricia, and he calls me Auntie Pat or Oma Pat.
Yeah.
Because apparently I'm very boring. I'm just like a Oma Pat.
Yeah.
Half of like, if we have a braai at my friend's house, 80% is me saying how tired I am.
you get to that point in your life where you think of. We had some colleagues the one day, and it turns out that they frequent a spot quite close to where I stay. So I was like, oh my goodness, I know that place. We should hang out sometime. And I said, yeah, brilliant. On Friday, let's meet up for a drink. So I said, cool. And I was like, what time? In my mind, I was expecting like a sort of a 4:30, like a 5. Let's push it for a 6. And they're like, we should get there like 9. I was like, at 9
o'clock.
9 o'clock. What am I going to do? I'm going to be sat at my house like this from 6, just waiting for 9. When's 9 o'clock going to come? I was just like, no. Guys, if you're getting there at 9, I'm past my sell-by date at 9.
That's crazy
That's
talk.
bedtime.
But it's always funny if someone says a time and you're like, o'clock? No, degrees. Like, that's a stupid question, but I just want to double check.
Yeah.
Do you have this thing where if you have a meeting at 3 o'clock in the afternoon,
I hate those.
Then you're like, someone says, hi, can we meet at 11? No, sorry, I can't. I have a 3 o'clock. Do you feel like you can't do anything the whole day if you have a 3 o'clock meeting?
Yeah, so 3 o'clock meetings are the worst because it's in your mind the whole day. You're like, oh, I better not forget. So I generally can fill up my day, but then I always try and cluster it at one time. Like I want to be busy with meetings over like a 4-hour period.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Then I can like go and be creative in the morning, and I think that's the battle that we fight. Is you've got to be quite a structured human being that does admin and all these things, but then you also want to be this free. I just want to sit and look out of a window for an hour sometimes.
And think of it.
Go, ha! That's a funny idea. I'm going to write that down, and then just carry on staring. And to a lot of people, they think that's not working. And even to myself, I feel like that's not working.
I also, like, you feel guilty, or you feel like, for me, it's also if you have days, because creative burnout is very real.
Yeah.
And sometimes when I get to a point where I'm like, I'm so tired, then I start judging myself.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, really?
Yeah.
What do you have to complain about? Your job is great. How dare you?
There's people working in a mine.
Yes. And you're
Covered in
complaining,
coal.
oh, I'm so tired of thinking, idiot. That's the conversations that I have with myself.
Yeah.
But it is difficult. I don't know about you, but for me, I thrive on like routine.
Yeah.
But I don't like routine.
Yeah.
So I'm supposed to have like a routine and structure. I need to know how things work. But then I feel like boxed in by this. So it's very difficult to find the balance, especially if you do everything yourself. I think you film yourself, you get the ideas, you do your own paperwork, invoicing, all of that stuff. Sometimes
I often forget to invoice. That's my biggest problem.
Yeah.
So got shouted at. I've been shouted at by clients a lot of times. But they're like, send us your invoice. And I'm like, I will. I do need the money.
You don't have to remind me every 5 days.
I'll eventually get around to it. Yeah, I think it's a tough one when you're trying to do everything yourself. And I even thought about it the other day. I was like, should I have a team? Like some people have teams.
Yeah.
And I'm going, is it time to get like a team? And then like, but I don't want to roll around with 7 people. I don't want to come through for your podcast and there's 4
entourage.
People, like, they've got no purpose in life but to follow you around and then like sometimes paint your nails.
I think there's a balance because I really want to get someone to help me.
Yeah.
But I don't even know what to advertise for the position. Like, what do you say? I need someone to do things that I ask for.
Yeah.
And I'm not good at delegating.
You just put it under PA, personal assistant, and they must...
I think what would be helpful for me is if it's someone that helps me for longer form content like YouTube. If someone can do research for me on a topic and give me the script, and then from there I can word it into my own what.
Yeah.
So I think it could be helpful, but I don't know if I'd be good at delegating, and I'll just end up like, no, you're doing it wrong. I'll do it.
So I'm like that. I've tried to delegate a few times, and then I've gotten things back. I'm like, this is terrible. Go away.
And
then...
also, I don't like if you have a personal assistant and you're like, I have a personal assistant. It's me with a wig. Have you seen her? Sarah Shane Simpleton. But anyway, but if you have a personal assistant and you're like, oh, can you make me a cup of coffee? I would feel like such an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, make your own coffee.
What is this making coffee for people?
But the other day I wondered how many days out of a year do I spend making coffee?
Well, I mean, I think you've probably spent 2 hours today collectively making coffee.
At least.
It's 2 hours a day you could get back.
So having someone who can help you and take some of the stuff that you are wasting time on, that is time where you could be filming, and that's something that brings in money, but now you're busy researching something. It is good for your business.
Yeah.
But always when I ask someone for something, I feel like I'm being such an asshole.
I'm like the worst talent to have around, because like we'll go and do a shoot, and if I'm there just as like the actor or something, because I'm so used to doing all the production stuff because we've got our little production studio, I can't watch someone move a light without like wanting to go and help move things. And then people are always, no, don't, just stand in the corner. And I'm like,
I'm trying to be helpful. I feel like,
but it makes me feel like
look
I'm part of it.
Look at me, Charlize Theron. I don't move lights. But I think sometimes you're actually just bothering them.
Well, you're bothering them. And then if you break something, when you're like, oh, I'll just help. And they're like, that's why you guys stay in the corner. Because sometimes there's a lot of people who are incompetent. But I love like helping out and doing my part. Standing around is is boring. And I think, again, coming from or the backgrounds that we have, I used to paint people's doors. I used to paint people's walls and dig up grout and clean gutters. Like, that's where you come from. You don't all of a sudden become this high and mighty, like, oh, yes, you move the lights and
bow before die.
Yeah. I'm still pretty much the same guy that cleaned the gutters. So I'm like, oh,
did you enjoy? I know it's like, no, I didn't enjoy it, but did you enjoy the physicality?
Yeah, there's something really nice about just being able to go and do something with your hands. It doesn't require programming or whatever. You look at something and you go, oh, I see, there's the problem there. We're going to have to loosen this, take that down. You also get a bit of a kick out of like cleaning things, because when you put it back up, it looks clean and it's solid, and then you put it up and you go, it works. Or you're troubleshooting and you put it back up and it doesn't work. You're like, okay, we know that that's not the problem. Now we're going to fix down there. So it's a cool process. And I think, in a world where you're forced into teams of people that like you don't necessarily you might not get along with, I don't really understand that like people are jammed together. Like, you guys now work together. It's good that people are made to be in proximity of other people, but I think forcing people all day to work together, when you know these two don't get along, those two don't get along, these four are slackers, that one's doing all the work, and then people are just happy pushing people together. It's nice to be outside and just be with an assistant or a handlanger or your 2IC, and the two of you just talk and loosen things and tighten things and cut stuff, and
there was a time me and my dad used to have a company, Sami Decor and Design. We built furniture, designed and built furniture. I miss that so much because it's physical work, and it's not always right. Your muscles hurt and what. But it was so, like, the sense of accomplishment when you make something with your own hands. And even silly stuff like my aircon wasn't working properly. And then I saw what people charge to come and service your aircon. I was like, yeah. And I Googled it, and I cleaned my own aircon. And it was better. And I was like...
You wish you'd filmed it, just so you can watch it back one day. Oh, that day that I cleaned the filter.
I felt such a sense of accomplishment. So I think sometimes it's nice doing something physical. It's different than creating. I'm also proud, obviously, if I create something through my brain, something creative. But there's something different about physically doing something that makes a difference right now.
I think the whole creative process, I mean, I liken it to having an idea or a thought, or even like your sort of online persona, or like the David Attenborough kind of thing. Like, it's ridiculous that you can have a thought, put it out into the world, and then people are like, yeah, we like that. We like that. Do that again. And you're going, what? This is just a thought I had that like people can enjoy and like and take part in. And I think the same with fixing something or creating something. And also, if you've gone through the process of like taking something apart, cleaning and put it back together again, you're like, well, next time there's something broken, I'm also going to try and fix it myself, because you've been down that road. There's
certain things where it's just like, you're not touching that again. Get a professional.
So I'm like that with a pool pump. I don't bugger around with pool pumps. I'll take lots of stuff apart, but pools, no.
Do you know what that is for me? Printers.
Yes, printers also.
Printers are technology brought straight from the devil.
But you know what the problem is? Is because it's the mix of hardware and tech and networks. So you've got to get the dinger key to connect to the other thing,
It's something that existed for so long that I feel like it should have been perfected by now. We are at a point in time where we hire AI models, but you can't get my printer to stop saying, you have a very, very dirty head. Clean my spool.
So it was way more dodgy than it needed to be. But the thing is, why are printers so complicated? Why can you not just open it, put it down? I've got headphones here that I can open my laptop and they'll just connect. And then I pick up my phone and press play and they'll connect to my phone. Why does the printer need now to be told, okay, so yes, this is your friend here. This is the laptop. This is your friend, and then you must share passcodes.
No, it's not my friend. No, it's not my friend. Yes, I've been on this Wi-Fi network for the past 12 years, but at this point, fuck that Wi-Fi. We are not connected anymore. Arrange couples counseling because we feel a disconnect.
Oh,
I'm like, why? Stop it.
No.
Stupid.
I refrain from using printers nowadays also to save the environment, you know. Paper, ink, all the rest.
The thing is, I'm going the opposite direction. Not because I don't care about the environment. Yeah, Greta Thunberg is going to come and tackle me to the ground.
Greta's very busy at the moment. I don't think
she's got her hands full. But I've been feeling lately, I don't know if you have the same sort of thing, but because we do content creation, I am on my phone the whole day.
Yeah.
I wake up in the morning, my alarm is on my phone. I pick up my phone to say, okay, stop alarm. Then I see comments. Oh, your voice is annoying. 9 people just died.
Yeah.
Here's a funny video about someone who failed at something.
Yeah.
It's not normal, is it?
No. You plugged into, from the moment you're awake, you're plugged into that world.
And now I see a lot of people who trade in their smartphone for a dumb phone. Have you seen this?
I haven't seen it, but I think it makes sense.
A lot of young people especially, because I mean, we're lucky in the sense of we grew up without that.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
I would be cancelled.
Yeah.
I would be cancelled immediately. First TikTok, they would dig up something I did when I was 20.
Yeah.
Because people are stupid. I'm just imagining the videos of Sammy in the club.
Making chaos, making it rain.
Anyway, but we grew up without that. But
Yeah.
now I feel like an old tunny. The children of today, they are born with this in their hands. So people are getting overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And now they get like Nokia 3310s that doesn't have internet. They quit social media.
Yeah.
And it's very good for their mental health. But it's not realistic for me.
Yeah.
I do content creation for a living and I enjoy the internet. I'm not going to lie. But now I'm trying to figure out a way where I check my average screen time is 12 hours.
Oh, that's, yeah.
Isn't that insane talk?
That is quite a lot, eh?
So now I'm trying to figure out, and I'm going back to more analog. I have my paper notebooks.
Yes.
I have physical books. I have my vinyl records. I'm going to start printing photos again and having a photo album. And that is stuff where people would be like, that's terrible for the environment. And I'm just like,
the thing though is, like, if I look at my phone book, and I asked this to my followers on Facebook the other day, and they're saying, how many photos do you have in your phone book? Do you know by hand?
I try to put it on my hard drive every now and again, but my phone's always full.
Yeah. So, I mean, I've got about 20,000 photos.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's just, there's photos of random occasions. I'm like, my kid is running to the field. Click. The dog licking his foot. Click. So you're just taking photos for meaningless purposes. Whereas if you have a spool that only has 24 photos on it, you're going to think twice on each and every click. It's like, go take a disposable camera, see how long it takes you to fill that up. You'll take 24 photos in a day versus maybe a week and a bit on a disposable camera. So you're maybe not ruining the environment. You're just taking the...
If I see the amount of pictures I have on my phone of the moon, it's like a very maan geplaas.
And it never does it justice.
Yeah, and what am I going to do with it at the end? But now... I mean, I love taking photos, so I'm not going to limit myself and not take photos anymore. But if you have to go at the end of the month and choose 20 of your favorite photos to put in your album, imagine.
I'd have to choose from about 1,000 photos. I'd have to bring that down to 20.
Yeah, so I feel like in a lot of ways, I'm just trying to challenge myself to get a bit more out of my phone because it's not good for your mental health.
So another thing that you can do, and I've tried it a couple of times, is if you turn your phone to grayscale.
Yeah, mine does it automatically at 10 o'clock.
Oh, no ways.
And then it goes back at 7 o'clock.
Okay.
So I started doing that now.
Okay.
And I don't know, it's not really helping me because I'm enjoying watching the black and white. I'm like, oh, that looks cool.
You're just watching everything in grayscale now.
I feel like the videos, I'm watching videos of people doing dumb things, but it looks like they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's black and white, so they must be professional.
Got that authority of the olden days. Well, I'll say, like, when I turn it on, it makes everything on my phone seem so unexciting, and you suddenly realize how all the colors and the tones and everything is all programmed to make you addicted. Like, I see the little Instagram button, I'm like, ooh, and when it's all in gray, you're just like, cool. Cool. So I'm like,
no, to me it looks cinematic.
I've also caught myself closing Instagram and then suddenly opening it. Like, I've literally closed and opened the app, going like, okay, this is enough now. Let me close this. Oh, Instagram. And it's that's not good for me.
I switched off all notifications.
Yeah, I don't.
Each and every one, even WhatsApp, because what happens is I'm busy with something important. Ting. Okay. And then suddenly, I don't know how, I've been scrolling on TikTok for 7 hours. And then I'm like...
somebody who's been waiting for a meeting with you. They're like, are you done yet?
I'm doing research. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting things that we deal with as content creators, which is not, I mean, it's great problems to have sometimes, but I thought about this the other day as I was like scrolling on TikTok, and then I would, and then I would laugh, and then I would see some tragic news, and then I would laugh again. It's not normal.
No. And it's constant dopamine hits. You're not supposed to laugh, feel tragedy, and learn something in 4 minutes. Like, that's too fast. And then that makes life feel boring.
And you're not supposed to know every bad thing that happens every second of every day.
So how do you feel about that? Do you talk about current things much?
I have certain things where I would address stuff jokingly.
Yeah.
Like, but you know, things that everyone can kind of agree on, which is difficult to find.
No.
But I think everybody can agree that potholes is cock.
Yeah, no, I think...
Everyone can agree that Eskom and load shedding is not nice.
Yeah.
So I try to find things like that. I try to stay away from politics, divisive type of stuff.
Yeah.
Simply because I don't think it's helpful.
Yeah.
A lot of people want everybody to be outspoken about everything.
Yeah.
What about this? What about this? Who the flip am I to tell people what to... And then they're like, just do your research. Google is free. I'm like, okay, there's stuff that's been going on since before we were born.
Yeah.
And you think you're going to be an expert by Googling it.
Yeah.
Please.
You don't, I mean, I think I almost know what you're talking about, and I've completely said, look, if I don't know enough about it, I can't talk about it. And people hold people's opinions in way too high regard. Like, just because that oak said something about something doesn't mean he knows everything, or he's the... It's very strange that we pick our heroes and they are right about everything.
And it's like, it's one of the stuff from America that I don't want to come to South Africa. Where they are like, I'm not going to be able to go on with my life before I know who Taylor Swift says I must vote for. What does she know?
Their biggest thing was celebrities telling people who to vote for. And you're like, the reality is you live in an ivory tower.
Yes.
You live up super high. There's this incredible YouTuber, Citizen Concerned, that I watch, and she made such a good point the other day, and she said, you have to stop voting for people like you're voting for a best friend to go on holiday with.
Boyfriend.
Yeah. You need to make a vote for like a business person.
Yeah.
You go, listen, Peter is not the most fun oak to hang out on a weekend with, but boy, he's organized.
Yeah.
And he knows a thing about economics and whatever.
And at the end of the day, Peter is also going to be cock in some regards. You kind of just have to pick who's going to have your best interest at heart most of the time.
If Peter can make the company some money,
and
then I might be able to pay for a friend to go on holiday with me, then it makes the good times even better kind of thing. But picking Jeff, because Jeff is a ball on the weekends, and then our cars aren't maintained, and the printer's always nonsense or whatever, even though that's not even Jeff's fault, it's the printer's fault. But it's just like, Jeff, come on.
Yeah. No, but people, sometimes I feel like I've said it before, I feel like I'm an alien who was just dropped here. And I'm like, what are you doing? Because then if Taylor Swift or whoever else exists, I don't know all of them, but if they don't make a post endorsing a political person, then people are mad.
No.
Use your platform.
I've been using my platform
songs
to keep you entertained with music. And it never ends. It never ends well, I think, pretending to be... Like, so I only have 2 CSIs, and that's for, like, early childhood development. Because I think, I've probably made the statement one too many times, but I think for the rest of us, we're in our 30s. We've stumbled and crumbled and built and whatever. Leave us. We will keep on stumbling and going through. Go and, like, save the kids, man. Go and give the kids the resources that they need, that sort of thing. And then animals, like, obviously... big on conservation and that sort of thing. And those are the only 2 things that I want to be, like, openly outspoken about.
Yes, because at the end of the day, that does not mean you're not passionate about other things, or you don't have thoughts and opinions, or you don't change your mind sometimes.
Yeah.
But my point is, I'm going to have political debates and religious debates, and I'm going to have that with my friends.
Yeah.
And I surround myself with people who don't agree with me on everything, and I don't agree with them. I think that's healthy.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to come here on the internet and debate politics with Frikkie with the iPhone.
Yeah.
What does Frikkie with his iPhone know?
But also, people take what you say and completely twist it. I've actually always wanted to do an edit where we record somebody saying, like, a perfectly normal sentence and then edit it to make it sound like someone said something diabolical, and then be able to show the world just how powerful editing is. I think also it's just,
but there's so many examples of that, but people still I can't remember now what it was, but somebody was accused of something, and then immediately they showed proof, no, that didn't happen, I wasn't even there. But to this day, 6 years later, people would be like, oh, that person did that thing. Once it's out there, it's out there.
Yeah. An accusation is as good as doing the crime.
Yeah.
They say so.
But, I'm interested in a lot of things. I'm actually quite a serious person, but that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to make people laugh or whatever, but I do like to speak on things now and again. But that doesn't mean that now I have to speak about everything, because I'm tired. I'm tired.
No, there's too much to talk about, and even now, like, I look at the headlines, we've got people have fallen out of buildings. We've got 17 people are all potentially going to jail at the same time. We've got wars. We've got you name it. But big companies are closing. People are worried about the effects of AI and modern technology on children. Is the future okay? So you've just got everything. And like you say, microwaves are going to kill you, and you're not supposed to be putting suntan lotion on now because that's got things that also hurt you, and you're going...
Then it's like, no, you mustn't eat butter, you must eat margarine. Oh, did you know margarine is like 2 ingredients away from plaster? Sometimes I just want to do this. La, 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 la. And that's also fine. I think the internet is making everybody into activists.
My thing is, like, hating somebody, though. Hating somebody because they have a different idea to you. Like, let's say I love Polony, you don't like Polony. I mean, how can I sum you up as a person and go, listen, I'm sure there's lots of cool stuff about you, but on the Polony thing, that's a deal breaker, man. We just can't. And I feel like people are doing that.
You showed your true colours by your love of Polony.
Listen, Polony and processed cheese, it's not a healthy meal, but it's delicious.
Yeah, I love processed cheese.
So I don't like processed cheese.
Sometimes I tell my dad, like, can we get food from the cafe at the corner tonight? I like their sandwiches because it's that plastic cheese. And my dad's like, what? Like, I like that plastic cheese.
Plastic cheese. Oh, it's
another reason for you to cancel me.
So it's a Polony and the plastic cheese. We're just not seeing eye to eye. But to sum a whole person up by one view or something, I'm like, you're actually costing yourself in, like, your opportunity to meet and interact and engage and have, like, fun experiences with people just because, like, they have this one thought.
And most things are so nuanced.
Yeah.
Like having a hard take on everything is impossible.
No, exactly.
And surrounding yourself with people who agree with you on everything. There's not a single person that I agree with on everything.
Yeah. Like I'm big on like conservation and like saving the planet and all of that. But then I meet people every now and then who are like, "Oh, we don't do this because it's bad for the earth." And I'm like, "Well, you can do that. Like, there's got to be a happy medium. We can't submit ourselves or commit ourselves to a life of just hating everything. Like you got to walk everywhere and you can't do this and you can't do that.
Or someone yells at you at McDonald's because
you got to have a koi in the back of the house.
Meat is murder, and you're just like, I've had a hard day. I just want a Big Mac.
Like even hunting. I could talk about hunting. People are like, oh, how can you support hunting when you're in for conservation? I'm like, because a lot of the hunters I know a hell of a lot about what's going on out in nature.
Yeah, and they know more than most everyday people.
The amount of energy they expended to catch that animal is more than it cost you to go down and pick your favorite cut of steak at.
I mean, I don't want to go hunting.
Yeah.
I once fished and I cried when I caught the fish. I was like, it was horrible. But I mean, how boring would life be if we agreed on everything?
I'll use this example of like Cape Town and Joburg. The people love Cape Town, and I often chat to people like, we love Cape Town, we hate Joburg, we couldn't live there. And I meet people from Joburg and I'm like, would you ever move to Cape Town? And yeah, there's some people who are in the middle, but some are like, no, it is not for me. And I think I'm one of those people, but Cape Town's not really for me. And I love the fact that some people are like, they love it down there and they love that pace and everything that goes with it. And there's some people who just love being up here and the pace of being in the Highveld and, Gauteng and the vibe with people. And I'm going, it's great. Because now we've got people that live there and people that live here. If one place was awesome and we all were like, get down, it would be more chock-a-block than it would be today and vice versa. So it's good that everyone has different ideas of what's cool and
another element is, because that's also something that would happen, is 10 years from now you're like, oh, I'm going to move to Cape Town. Then someone's like, but you said you will never. You are also allowed to change your mind.
That person's been sitting on that clip. That one person's been sitting on that clip for 10 years just waiting for you.
I wish more people would be open to changing their minds more often. Like, it's fine. Yeah. But it's also where you're at in life. It's good for people to agree. I think that's amazing. Thank you so much for being on SamiPod, which is Sammy's podcast.
Okay.
It took me months
to come up with
that name. Very clever. Keep doing what you do. Is there anything that's coming up that people should check out for? Where can they find you?
Well, you can find me all over the internet at Themba Robin. Just Themba Robin, Themba Robin.
So no, not Shorty.
No, not sure.
Okay.
That's a different person altogether. I thought I was going to get out of here without that joke.
I had to put it in. Like, I was like, is there a point where it's not funny anymore? And then I still laugh, so.
No, it's still going to be funny for a lot of people. I actually went to an event the other day and I stood up and I made the joke about not being shorty. And I think it went over some people's heads because like, some guys were grilling me.
Why is he not shorty?
No, well, one dude came into me, he was like, yo, I feel like you did Leon dirty, eh? And I was like, wait, this guy's being dead serious. And he actually felt quite heart-sore about it. He's like, but now that I've met you in person, like, I can see you're a good guy. And I'm like, yeah.
You look nothing alike.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Hundreds and thousands of people can't be wrong.
I feel like it's like, okay, you are shorter.
Yeah.
Not shorty, but shorter.
No, I'm not shorter than him. I'm taller than him.
I know. I'm saying you're not like shorty.
Yes.
But you are shorter.
Yeah.
You are black. I don't know if you've noticed, but you are, and you are funny.
Yeah.
And there can't be two.
And having a round face doesn't help.
There can't be two short, funny black guys. There can't be two. Statistically impossible.
Yeah. No, but that's the battle we fight every day. But for the moment, it's just corporates. It's the season now. It's festive, so
it's the season to be corporate.
We'll catch you guys around your office parks and that sort of thing. But that's about it. And then hopefully in the new year we can bring some new laughs.
We have spoken about a couple of collabs. We need to get on that one of these days.
We're only 8 months ago. I think
Was it? I think it was more than that.
Was it?
I think
maybe
it's
a year
like
ago?
more.
Damn, time flies.
Time flies
We better get
when you're
started.
trying not to fall apart.
But thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming, and yeah, go out there, make people laugh, don't get cancelled. We'll miss you if you do.
Sound advice.
Alright. Okay guys, remember to subscribe, like, comment, share. Tell us how great we are in the comment section. Please, we love for your approval. Alright. Okay, bye.